Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. Remember, in a world of strife and division, the ballot still outmuscles the bullets. Good evening and welcome to Atn Politics. Atn Politics is the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Today on Atn Politics, we'll be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. We look at in Lagos State, Congress e-registration successes prove party unity according to APC chieftain. And on Osun Guba election, campaigns begin March 11 as INEC finalizes candidates. And down to Electoral Act, IPAC rejects reforms, threatens 2027 elections boycott. And also on governance, politics should not be full-time career, APGA chairman. And don't forget to open for sponsorship of this program, jingles and advertisements, news and events coverage, personality and society, and political interviews, products, service promotion and commercials. Watch us live on www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, on Apple TV channel 205, on Live TV platform, on Hypertech platform, Apple TV, Niger TV, Eurocode TV. Connect with those Nathan social, subscribe, like and share Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X at Atlantic TV Net. We'll go on a short break and we'll return. I'd introduce my guest on the show today and we'll dive right into our stories. Do stay tuned. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Today joining me on the show is a regular Mr. Frank Enawaji, a political affairs analyst. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasant time having you on the show.
Thank you again. Thank you once again. Thank you for this wonderful edition.
Thank you for coming. Okay, on down to our first story of our discussion. All Progressives Congress in Lagos State says its recent electronic membership registration and party congresses have demonstrated a model of democratic organization and institutional discipline. The party spokesperson Sheye Oladejo said this in a statement issued on Friday in Lagos, noting that the exercises reflected the party's commitment to innovation, internal democracy and strong structures. Oladejo said the successful electronic membership registration exercise demonstrated the party's capacity to deploy modern systems to strengthen internal processes. According to him, beyond the conduct of the congresses, the composition of the party's new state executive also reflects deliberate planning and inclusiveness. Oladejo urged opposition parties to embrace discipline, organization and unity of purpose in political leadership. He said the development also reflected the confidence residents of Lagos continue to place in the ruling party. Let me get your thoughts on Lagos State APC concluding its Congress and e-registration success. And the chairman or the secretary, they are saying it signifies party unity. Let me get your thoughts on such development.
Well, on the issue of e-registration, it's a good one, which every citizen can participate in the e-registration if he wants to be a member of a political party. There's nothing so unique in that aspect. But these are the people too will tell you that we don't need to go for e-transmission of real-time transmission of election. But now we are in a way still celebrating the e-registration. Mind you, it's not book registration of the party. It's about electronic. When you say e-registration, we're talking of using the internet to do whatever they have done today. And they have been able to do it freely or successfully, which is a good way, No, you see, the time has come for us to have database. Because I have also sat down in where I'm staying as in a cubicle to observe that we don't have database. That is why sometimes you can stumble on information that will help you know what is happening in some certain institutions. Ordinarily, there should be the database. Even INEC. Sorry, let me, as we're discussing e-registration, but this is party e-registration.
Okay.
INEC are the registry. See, if you have a database where every registration is registered and secured or saved, if you want to do that registration in another place, as you go to do, it will show that you have done it before.
Okay.
If you are going to transfer to another place, it's a different one. But some people in this country have more than one voter's card. The question is, how did that happen? Because INEC machine cannot differentiate. Who is this?
Okay.
But if there's a database, as you key in your information and you do even thumbprint, it will reflect. Like the guy you just mentioned, Frank Enas Ogulolu. Go and Google. If my name is already there in the internet, it will just pop up and you'll see. So this information actually is a good way to is the good way to follow. To know those who are party members and those who are not party members. But if you're not part of the party, your name will not be in the information. And they have a way to go and maybe to download, to check who is there and do uploading. This is illustration.
Okay.
It's like it's short electronic register of the party that contains all the names of party members in that particular set. That's the way to go. Like I've told you, it is difficult to have it in this part of the world. But I pray that it's not been for a political period, because one thing I have seen that political party in Nigeria is difficult to live up to 20 years. Before you know, this innovation will be a thing of the past. You have to make reference to that once upon a time, APC actually engaged in illustration to know who their memberships, who their members are. But then after a moment of 1 year, 2 years, you will not say anything. So for me, I applaud them to have done what they have done.
Okay.
But one thing, are we going to maintain this particular process that we have, or method that we have adopted in terms of having the names of APC members in our electronic register, that if you just key in, your name will come out. But as it is now, I believe they have saved the name in the internet. Where if you just maybe www Lagos State APC membership, your name will come out. That is a good way. Like you also talking about the opposition, which opposition is also saying that they should not use this thing in a way to strangulate them not to participate in the election.
I'd love to throw more light on that.
Yes, because it is APC that has done this successfully.
Okay.
I mean, this is the situation. So yeah, if INEC wants to stand on using illustration or to know the party members in a way, some opposition parties don't even have one openly. If they use this as the main number one criterion for a political party to elect maybe to do their primaries, then most of the parties will not be part of the election. Because that's what the opposition party are now saying INEC should not, because as it is today, APC has gone ahead to do almost more than close to 80 million people, if not more than, in their registration. But it is now, the opposition party, they are yet to engage massively, and time is running out. And it's a problem. So for me, I feel that the opposition party should also sit up, whether there are many or not, to also go into illustration, because it's not that this does not give room for outright win. Okay. Because we have about 200 Nigerians. Out of these 200, some can decide to go in to support any party of their choice. So for me, I feel it's a way to go. But can do have a secure database.
I was asking that because what would be the situation whereby someone who is already registered before the date of election passes by, or passes on, or has an emergency and can't go down there to, we have ghost workers when it comes to civil service. Do you think there are also ghost voters?
No. See, ordinarily, like I said before, even those, if we are going to be sincere in our election, ghost voters will never be part of it. Okay. But if we don't have voters card, and you cannot use another person another person's voters card to vote. It is criminal to even use another person's voters card to vote. But you know, in an election, a lot of things happen.
Okay.
So ordinarily, whether those voter or not, the e-register, will it detect somebody whose name is not in that register?
Or appears twice?
That is it. Like I told you that INEC, I am afraid that like INEC does not have a database. But if there's a database where information is secured or saved, as you want to bring in your name for another registration, it will show. You're like going to do your international passport.
Okay.
They have up-to-date information in that aspect. If you go to do, maybe you want to renew your passport, as your name, your data is collected, it will show that your name is there. So I am afraid, what we are discussing today is about being honest to our system.
Okay.
But if we are honest to our system, we can also safeguard whatever procedures that will help us believe in the system. But if we just for a moment of time, we have done e-registration and we are singing song of success, and in the end it is an answer in futility, then it may not sense to the public and for the future. Because we need to do something that will be doable.
Okay.
Not just for a moment, not just for 2027 elections or for Osun or Ekiti election. It should be a lifetime. And if you cannot claim another person's voter card, you cannot. Because not really, the way we are doing it, what happens? The one that is operating the system can do a lot of things. Man, can manipulate the system to accept anybody, which shouldn't be. So for me, it's a good development that Lagos State APC has done e-registration successfully, and you're also talking to the other party to see how to engage, at least to continue their own. It's a good way to go. So for me, it's how to sustain it and how to make it work during the election. The election in this part of the world, you cannot predict. I just pray that they should be sincere in handling what they have been able to put on ground for the people. But seeing that it's a new development.
Okay, so logistics should be properly.
No, this is not about logistics. No. Anyway, you see, it should be all done by internet.
Okay.
And if you talk e-registration, it's not done, it's not manual. Anyway, so because there will be a kind of a code. That if you have that code, you can access the e-registration of the e-register of your party. So what you should be paying is about the internet being available. But the fear of this country is like we don't have internet. There's always what we call glitches or glitch.
Yeah.
So if that is not a problem, then we are good to go. So for me, it's a good development that we need to have a system that you and me can trust. A system that you and me can also use to improve our electoral or our electionary activities, so that we can believe in them, work on it, accept it. See, the truth, you know what is wrong in this country? Ordinarily, members are meant to pay dues. That's what we call membership card.
Okay.
But are you aware that most members don't pay a membership card, and that's the money. They just wait for some individuals to hijack the process of funding, because this e-registration now ordinarily should help to fund the party, knowing the membership.
Okay.
That if you have up to, let's say, 500,000, and then you want to take 100 naira per month from an individual as his own due what you call possible, yes, that is a regulation in that party, that every member of the party should support the party with a certain amount of money monthly or quarterly. But where's the money ordinary that they should use to run the affairs of the party? The party has secretariat. Party also has some party. They have also staff, which they need to pay. What do they get the money for? Where do they get the money from? To pay the staff. It's from the dues. Because when we contribute the money goes into the bank account. Ordinarily, a party should have bank account where the dues collected will also be saved. And if there is need for the party to run some certain activities, from the collection made that they use they take the money from to run the affairs of the month. But today now, most members of the party don't pay dues. Only some highly maybe elected politicians who have interest of the party will now be the ones to run the affairs of the party. That's why some people to hijack the process, because you are the one funding the party and you don't contribute any money. Even when you want to go for Congress, you want to go for anything, convention, whatever, people pay money. If not ordinary, you have to support the party. But in this part of it's not like that. People wait for some people to bring the money to fund or to run the affairs of the money. Of the party. So APC Lagos State has done in the aspect of on the aspect of illustration is a good development, but I pray that it should be maintained, not just to make a show that they have done illustration and in the end you see no progress in that particular good development.
All right, Mr. Frank, thank you for your opinion on our story. And move on to the next story for discussion. Final list of candidates vying for the August 15, 2026 Osun State governorship election has been released by the Independent National Electoral Commission alongside their running mates. The final list attached to a letter signed by INEC Secretary Dr. Rose Oriaran Anthony on March 4, 2026 confirmed the participation of 14 political parties in the August 15 governorship poll. Notably, the People's Democratic Party and Labour Party did not present candidates. According to the final list updated on the INEC website, the All Progressives Congress candidates for the election, Bola Oyebamiji, picked the party's 2023 House of Representatives candidate for Ife Federal Constituency, Benjamin Adereti, as his running mate. Adereti 48, who lost the 2023 election to Bimbo Ajide Soro of the PDP, replaces former state lawmaker Tunde Olatunji, who was listed as a running mate in the previous submission to the INEC. Also listed on INEC's final list of governorship candidates is the former Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly and candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Najim Salam. The ADC candidate chose a female, Yemisi Agiri, as his running mate. The incumbent governor Ademola Adeleke of Accord retained his current deputy Kola Adewusi. Other candidates including Adeyera Oluwabusola Adesola, New Nigeria People's Party, Abdusalam Olamide, Zenith Labour Party, and Bello Muideen, Yakin African Action Congress, also named their running mates. The INEC earlier fixed the governorship election for August 8, 2026, before it eventually rescheduled it to August 15, 2026. With the final list already out, activities for the commencement of the campaign by political parties begins March 11, 2026. Oyebamiji also urged eligible voters to obtain their permanent voters card to participate in the election. One part of the story that got me hooked was notably the fact that said the People's Democratic Party and Labour Party did not present candidates. Let me get your thoughts on the forthcoming Osun State governorship election.
You see, we must be frank. I want to be frank in my lifetime. No matter what I do, I should be able to stand for justice, for truth. For me, I have told people, I told you somewhere that if I want to contest the election now, I will not even go into PDP.
Okay.
Because forget about what you are doing. You know what we just saw in Abuja election. It's like PDP there was like, it was protected.
Okay.
Sorry, what happened to PDP having one candidate standing is a protection. If not, if you go to court, that man will not be there. Sorry. I don't need to go to any school to learn such. So tactically, what INEC did was one of the leadership crisis. Because a party must present a candidate.
Okay.
Today, even Labour Party is having issue. Labour Party is having issue. Oh, Nanadi, is it Nanadi or Abure? Is it Abure? So you can see, so which faction is recognized by INEC? So it's a problem for any party, any candidate to even come out from that place. You can win election, in the end, your victory will be withdrawn from you. But the party is not in order. Who stands for you? The one stand for you recognized by law. So I don't pray that, just like what happened was it 2 days ago when Segedis defected to another party.
So SDP, yeah.
The truth is that we must, as a people, understand that laws, whether you believe it or not, laws are there.
Okay.
And if the laws do not protect you, you cannot stand. Except you want to use violence or legal means. So APC not have, people are not having
and Labour Party also.
Labour Party and the PDP, they have leadership crisis. Are you aware?
Yeah, I'm aware.
They have been going to court.
Okay.
Who is claiming? Who is claiming me? If he is claiming that, I want to pray. From now till that election, they should put this in order so that to not affect the one that they said. That's the truth. Because the one that will give you background is the party.
Okay.
So in this part of the world, we are here to have an independent candidate that can start election. Even if election, like we have seen, if votes are cast in your favor, the votes cast go to the party, and everything can replace you. Tell the truth, because it's enough the party. So if the party does not have any problem, you go free. That is it. So as it is today, PDP and Labour Party, they are having squabble. Seriously. This court is saying this man is in charge. This court is saying, no, you are not in charge. So tell me. So it's a threat to such political parties who have party leadership tussle. Because you don't know. That's why the people say some people are saying that they should expedite action in clearing their legal battles so that they will know who is in charge and who is not in charge. Because if, for instance, if the person who signs your document as the party chairman is not the rightful person, what happens to you? You can be knocked off. You can be brought down. The election were given to you is not for you. It's invalid. And they will turn to the second person. It has happened before.
Okay.
So for me, I feel that PDP and APC, and Labour, for me, I wouldn't even advise anybody, sorry to use this platform. The way PDP is going, I don't see any right-thinking man to stand for election
let me
until they go and do the right thing.
Concerning the fact that this Osun State election seems important and pivotal, where does it place the choice of the electorate concerning if such parties are not able to present the candidate for the forthcoming election? So the electorate are left with little or no choice on the election. No,
the electorate, see, you can there's what you call a boycott.
Okay.
See, your party doesn't have any candidate based on the legal tussle. You go to the any party, any of the maybe the one you have sympathy for and vote for him. So electorates will vote. Maybe the electorate will vote because you cannot say because of your party does not the party you love doesn't have a candidate for you will not vote. I will advise even Nigerians whose brother will not be on the ballot papers to go for the one they like and vote for. Sorry, nobody should stay on the fence. Be part of the change. Be part Nigerians. Like I was discussing with the woman before I came in here. I asked her, do you have voters card? But one of the people were saying, oh, we don't want it, we don't have that. They don't have voters card. Whether the election will count or not, first of all, engage in this electionary activity. Don't sit on the fence. So even if your party does not have candidate, go and vote for somebody or for any party you like. That can be done. It's a normal thing in life. But no. See, we don't need to make and you don't need to make position to vote. Voting does not make you a politician. It's something, it's your civic responsibility that you must do as a citizen of any nation.
Okay.
But in a civil society, through election we know what to do. We know the kind of policies and ideologies and programs of government to tackle issues that are disturbing the people. So when you say you don't vote and the wrong people come into office and do what they like, you will say, hey, I didn't know vote, don't complain. So I will pray that, you see, Atn was very smart. I mean, the one of us said, to have gone to Accord party. I think at least Accord. You know, one thing that you must have a party that is free of litigation, free of legal tussle. And you begin to work on it because as it today, look at what happened to Peter Obi in Labour during the general election. Peter Obi image boosted the credibility and popularity of the Labour Party in Nigeria. Okay. Sorry, I thought to be corrected. So for me, I feel that INEC has taken a decision that is also guided by the law or laws of Nigeria. But as it is today, politicians know that if your party is in crisis, you cannot stand there. It happened even also in the university. Maybe some of them have been told that we have short memory in Nigeria. Some years ago, not up to good 10 years ago, APC today, that is the ruling party in River State, did not have candidate though. All be aware. APC did not have candidate in during election in River State here. So I just pray that PDP and Labour Party should do the right thing by clearing all the legal cases about leadership issue, so that they can have at least a background where some people that want to contest on that platform should not have issue tomorrow. But it will be very, very disturbing that after winning election, they say their party is not backed by any law. But someone must take it to court. They don't prove you want to enter into government from the backyard without any background of the law. So for me, INEC has done the right thing. It is the onus is on the political party to reconcile or allow the party to die a natural death.
Mr. Frank, thank you for your opinion on that story. We'll move on to the next story. In the Party Advisory Council on Thursday warned that political parties across the country may boycott the 2027 general elections if controversial provisions in the newly enacted Electoral Acts 2026 are not urgently amended. The umbrella body of registered political parties said the law recently signed by President Bola Tinubu contains provisions that could undermine internal party democracy and weaken the credibility of the electoral process. Addressing journalists after an emergency meeting with leaders and representatives of political parties at the Council's National Secretariat in Abuja, IPAC National Chairman Yusuf Dantale said the Council had resolved to mobilize parties nationwide to resist the provisions if the National Assembly fails to correct them. Dantale said that though the Electoral Act 2026 was intended to address anomalies in the Electoral Act 2022, several sections of the new legislation introduced fresh challenges capable of weakening multi-party democracy. IPAC specifically reported Section 84, Paragraph 2 of the Act, which excludes the use of indirect primaries by political parties, describing it as an infringement on the constitutional rights of parties to manage their internal affairs. The Council also criticized the removal of mandatory electronic transmission of electoral results, noting that the absence of such a provision contributed to controversies that trailed the 2023 Nigerian presidential election. IPAC further objected to the requirement that political party members must upload their national identification number during membership registration, warning that the policy could disenfranchise millions of Nigerians. Let me get your thoughts on IPAC rejecting the Electoral Act reforms and also threatening to boycott the 2027 election. Would you say this is an outcry of all parties under the umbrella? Or
I don't think so. And let me say this without missing word. It's my opinion. IPAC has been inconsistent. Sorry. it's also too early to tell me that they want to boycott. Come on, we have seen all these things several years ago. I write and I publish about election in this country. For me, what IPAC president or chairman is talking, maybe trying to see how somebody will come and tell him something. What he's saying, what I will feel is right, is the issue of real-time transfer of election.
Oh, yeah.
But in the internal party issue of how to elect, party can adopt any option. Sorry. So now we have what we call unopposed. And it goes, it's a party can adopt whatever means. All we are praying is that it should be about consensus. Yes, sometimes I say, look, as it is today, this position we give to a social person. If there's no rivalry, it goes. It's not INEC that will detect. INEC is only coming to monitor. So that particular aspect, I don't think is a way to protest.
Okay. So what way would do you think would be appropriate to protest?
No, there's no issue of it being appropriate. The issue of whether indirect or direct.
Okay.
The issue of consensus, unopposed, is there. It's about party internal mechanism. Sorry. You know, sometimes this man who is talking before even August, he will change his mind. We have seen it done in this country now. That's why I told you as I started on this particular discussion that IPAC is inconsistent. This man will say another thing. Maybe you come here again. You will stop another thing. Come by August. He said, we'll boycott. Who will boycott? Which party? For me, it's the amendment. If the amendment is not going to help us, if what I have done today we are crying, there's still for a review. It was only wrong. No, some section or some clauses. There are clauses and phrases. Now I will start with him. Let it be done. But what Nigerians are afraid of is broad daylight manipulation of results.
Okay.
Broad daylight, you see how it is done. And you can't say anything. But in our society, they manipulate, but not broad daylight. Sorry, let me tell you for free. There's no election on it that is not manipulated.
Okay.
But our we do it brazenly. You can't do anything, and the next thing you will hear from them, go to court. So when you say go to court, that ends the story in Anthony. That is it. Ordinarily, the election we are expecting to take place, even the one in Osun State and Ekiti, can also be a kind of an example how election will be in 2027.
Okay.
But we have seen, we have seen also, in a way, we are like suspecting the process. That the process is not transparent. That's what some people are saying. That we need at least a transparent process. Like I did say before, anywhere cannot go without rigging. Rigging is not a Igbo language. Rigging is not a Hausa language. Rigging is not Igbo language. It's not Ijaw. It's not the Korean language. All of us speak English. Rigging is a foreign language. It's not true.
Yes.
So there's no election on it that is devoid of rigging. Put me anywhere. But what Nigerians are trying to project is open, broad day fraud.
Okay.
That you can see somebody like we have been shown. You see, this place is stained on the paper, whether it's on election result. And by the time they took it to collection center, I have been a presiding officer for about 2-3 times.
It becomes 50.
If 50 is if they put 50, it means it's a good one. No, if you put 50 where you have 10, that person is a good cheat. He's a good foster. You can see that place turning to even 50,000, 500,000.
on, Mr. Frank.
No, that's the truth. So what Nigerians are trying to use the opportunity to using the electoral law is to, in a way, reduce outright manipulation of the electoral process.
Okay.
Whereby you can be watching how somebody is before your eyes is using pain to rule and using corrosion fluid to erase before your eyes. And when you want to, are you aware that in this corrosion series of that they used to fight?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
I think I watched Olugo one time when he was the PDP man when at the National Annex Center.
Yeah, when he froze.
I think it was like fighting. So for me, what some of us are trying to advise that let the laws be transparent. At least, because what people will take to the court? One, the outcome of the election. Two, the laws. Because how are you going to even go to court when the laws do not support you? You can't go to court because the court will look at the laws that actually guided the election. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Before you even bring your material facts to show to whoever will sit at the tribunal table to say, look, you are right or you are wrong. But if the laws cannot protect you, then it's a problem. So what people are saying today is that let the law have a human face. That if tomorrow we do election, let the winner or winners have at least little flaws. Not everything is bad.
Okay.
No.
All right.
There's no perfect election. They live in America.
Okay.
Even in UK.
Okay.
So there's no perfect election anywhere. Even a family in a small country of 5 million.
All right, Mr. Frank.
But my concern is that let the electoral law, I will agree with him. I will agree with the ATAP chairman on the issue because that electoral law, if not done very well, can trigger a lot of commotions in the country. So I don't pray. Let the National Assembly also look at where they are pointing to, that this law may not go well with the 2023 elections. Therefore, it can be amended. Even pension law can be amended. Right. So it's not that now they have done that the president has assented to. No. Law everywhere is subject to review. Right. So there's no law that is so stringent. Are you aware that, let me tell you, we know clauses and phrases in our laws are what leaders use to undermine what should come to us. When I read the Constitution of Nigeria about education, it said free education from primary to secondary school. Eh? But there's a clause that says if the state has what? Resources. So by the time you take a state to court, even if the state is lazy, when the state has resources to run free education, but they are topping the money, I use this in my word, they are in a way not doing the right thing. Take them to court about free education. What they will take to court, they don't have enough fund. But there's an if.
Let's talking on leadership. Let's move on to the next story. All Progressives Grand Alliance says politics should not be a full-time career, arguing that professionals outside government are more likely to promote accountable governance. Afghan National Chairman Sly Ezoye Kenwa stated this during a media interaction on Thursday in Lagos while outlining the party's philosophy and leadership approach. Ezoye Kenwa said the party encouraged officials to maintain professional careers outside politics to discourage corruption and the monetization of political processes. According to him, the party's philosophy, championed by its national leader, promotes productive engagement among members and discourages dependency on political office. Addressing debate on the Electoral Act, he said legislation was enacted collectively by lawmakers and should not be blamed on a single political party. He noted that the criticism directed at one party ignored the legislative process in the democratic system. He also addressed controversies surrounding electronic transmission of results during the 2023 presidential election. He explained that electronic transmission was introduced by the Independent National Electoral Commission to enhance transparency and voter confidence. Ezoye Kenwa maintained that election outcomes are determined by documented polling unit results and evidence presented before tribunals. He said the outgoing debate highlighted the need for greater public understanding of Nigeria's electoral system ahead of future elections, including the 2027 presidential poll. Let's look at the crux of his statement. Politics should not be a full-time career. Let me get your thoughts on this statement.
You see, in this country we are confused. We have the way politics is played, because the way political leaders handle public issues.
Okay.
My brother, for instance, I do know that there is no time frame for legislators. Are you aware?
Yeah.
But there's time frame for the executive. There's no time frame for legislators. But there's time frame for the executive not to continue in power.
Okay.
Quote me anywhere. At least I'm not a political scientist, but I've been able to study a lot of things about politics and also do a position too. See, a lawmaker can go to office, can be elected as far as his people want him to go there. There's no tendership for issue of who is a lawmaker or a senator or House of Law or House of Assembly. There's no time frame. Like in America, when was appointed to America, some people have been there right from the day they won the ticket of their party over 5 times. That somebody just retired. Someone retired from going to Senate in America. That was it last 2 weeks. I forgot the name.
Okay.
The issue of what we are suffering in this part of the world is not using the position that they occupy to do the right thing. Just we're discussing about how Senate has asked Make Harry to come and talk about, come and tell them how they are not seeing 210 trillion naira, which is more than 4 years budget. Are you aware of a country? Even ordinarily, if things are done properly, there is no way somebody, a lawmaker, will not go to a house anytime. If he engages in both lawmaking.
Okay.
There is politics is not occupation. Michael, you and me can also be elected as political leaders to run office in government. That is what we should be talking. We should be addressing the issues that we are not seeing. We are discussing money, we are not seeing the money. We are probing money, we are not seeing the probe. And those who are probing are the ones also who say, come round, give us the money, let the case die down. Well, so that's what is happening. You know about tenure. You know about career. Going to politics is not an occupation.
Okay.
It's not occupation. You and me can be part of it. It's about interest you want to, how are you going to change your city, your society? Sorry, sometimes some of us, maybe because some of us are not having the money, but there are some people who say, no, can we learn to do the right thing? Using going to government, because you cannot stay outside power in a way to change government. And that's just somewhere when we talk about civil society organization. They also need to be honest, to be sincere, based on their ethics. This is what we are saying. The public order is erroneous. Let's see how to put it right. Not only the perception about a politician is so dangerous. As if everybody in government is a monster. No. I won't paint that paint. I won't paint that picture as a painter. The truth is that there are people who go to government and they will change the narrative. So for me, it's not about career. How are we doing it? Let us learn to do the right thing as politicians, as a governor, as a president, as a lawmaker, maybe of the local government council. We must learn need to do the right thing. It's not about how long you be in office. It's about using the law. Like I said to you, our laws are so flexible. That somebody will hire under the law and swallow something, and they say monkey swallow money. We swallow, they say snakes, and some snakes are not caught because we live in a kind of so child superstitious society. What should it be? Government is like a personality that we can talk to. So what the alliance is talking, I don't think it holds water for me. What you should be saying is that let those in power do the right thing. It's not about career. It's about interest that you want to change. What are you going to bring on board for this country to stand on? Like all of us are referring to Abia State. The highest that man will be in office is 8 years. But some lawmakers in Abia State can be there for 30 years. So that's the truth. There's no tenureship for House of Assembly, House of Reps, and Senate. There's no tenureship. But if you have good intention, you can be there and change the system. As I read the Bible to live my life. Sorry, just to say something. Then what you don't want others to do to you, don't do to others.
Okay.
Will you be in power and bring to market people? You be power and you have made the law that everybody should be worshiping your leg. Because you are the governor, because you are the president, because you are a lawmaker. No. By virtue of being in power, you are to serve. You're a minister, you are to serve. Serve the public. That doesn't mean you will not eat the money. You eat because, see, even when we talk about their money, their take home, the value of naira and dollar, is it the same thing? Now, if a senator in America is giving, maybe goes home with $5,000, $10,000, with our money, is it the same? Go and check, sorry, so you know sometimes we talk as if we don't understand what the war is all about. Today, if you give me 100,000, it conditions my problem.
Mr. Frank.
So in conclusion,
okay.
I want to tell you that what we need is attitudinal change to our politics.
All right.
Even by the career. Using the law to solve our problems. Using the institution of government to solve this political problem that all from when you enter power, you become a master.
Mr.
We
Frank.
must change it by our way of playing politics, and we have a better society to live in. That's better on it.
All right, Mr. Frank, thank you so much for being on the show. And this is where we wrapped up on this episode of Atn Politics. Once again, thank you for coming on the show. It was a beautiful, enlightening time having you.
My brother, it's my pleasure. I want a better Nigeria. I want a better Riverset. I want a better Anthony.
All right, Mr.
I
Frank.
want a better society.
Frankly speaking, this is
I want to thank Atn. God bless Atn for me.
Thank you, sir. We're open for sponsorship of this program, jingles and advertisements, news and events coverage, personality, society and political interviews, products, service promotion and commercials. Watch us live on www.atlanticnetwork.tv, on Facebook and YouTube Atlantic Television Network, on Apple TV channel 205, on Live TV platform, on iFastech platform, on Apple TV, Niger TV, Iroko TV. Connect with us on and social, subscribe, like and share, Facebook and YouTube Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X at Atlantic TV Net. And don't forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Favor Chikwesiri Michael.
The board, management, and staff of Morrison Media Group presents the 2026 Anniversary Celebration Lecture of Morrison Media Group. Theme: Media's role in shaping social change, addressing inequities, and empowering voices. Chairman Alex Ndudi Enebele, FSM, President, Institute of Strategic Management of Nigeria, Chartered. Keynote speaker, Professor Armstrong Idachaba, Professor of Media and Broadcasting Communication. Panelist, Professor Chris Ochonogo, Immediate Past Head of Department, Journalism and Media Studies, University of Port Harcourt. Dr. Ijoma Tobosia, Secretary, NUJ, River State. Dr. Sarah Joe, University Orator and Associate Dean, Faculty of Communication and Media, River State University, Port Harcourt. Dr. Ibiere Koki, Ignatius Aju University of Education, Rumolomini, Port Harcourt. Chief host, Dr. Chinyere Igwe, Esquire, Chairman, Morrison Group. Date, Tuesday, 10th March 2026. Venue, Gate Place Hotel, Kilometer 5, East West Road, adjacent Obirikwere Flyover, Rumosi, Port Harcourt. Time, 10 a.m. For more information, please call Kainde Paul Obofade, 081-063-41777 or Samuel Ajinwo at 090-454-00744. Signed, Management.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring